Hello, YouTube. Altai in Russia is one of the most mysterious and mystical places in that country, attracting not only nature lovers but all those who are interested in the unknown and supernatural. The Altai Republic, located in Siberia, is famous for its anomalous zones, which have been shrouded in legends for centuries. Locals and travelers talk about the strange phenomena occurring in these places, from unusual lighting effects and sound mirage to mysterious disappearances and appearances of bizarre creatures. These anomalous zones attract researchers who seek to unravel such mysteries and understand what lies beyond the usual perception. So I'll give you an overview of such phenomena in that very unusual land, and very beautiful land too. So let's dive into the world of Altai anomalies, consider the most famous of them, and try to figure out if there is a scientific explanation for this phenomena, or if they will remain part of the mystical history of the region. Let's start with the Karakol Valley. It's also known the Valley of Death, is one of the most mysterious and mystical anomalies or paranormal zones of the Altai Republic. This place, protected on all sides by high mountains, is almost untouched by civilization, which makes it even more mysterious and attractive for people who are concerned and interested in such phenomena. The Karakol Valley got its name probably because of the accumulation of ancient graves on its territory. About 5,000 cultural, historical, and architectural monuments were found there, including petroglyphs, altars of stone steles, balbals, and slabs. Balbal is a type of stone woman, a small, sometimes worked on stone pillar. A vertically placed rough stone is a part of the memorial monument, also could be of a professional warrior among a number of Turkic-speaking ethnicities in Altai and Tuva. They date back to the 2nd century before Common Era to 8th century Common Era. Locals believe that this place is not just a cemetery, but death mounds where executed enemies and victims of ritual killings were buried there. There are a number of hypotheses about the nature of these anomalies. Some researchers believe that the valley has a special energy that can affect the human psyche, causing visions and unusual sensations. Others claim that this place is associated with ancient magical rituals that have been held there for centuries. Locals tell many legends about the Karakol Valley. One of them says that the valley is inhabited by, again, the spirits of the dead who can interact with the living. There is also a belief that if a person spends the night in that place, he or she may encounter ghosts of the past or even lose their mind. Despite numerous myths and legends, scientists are also interested in the Karakol Valley. A number of expeditions have tried to explore this region, but again, questions still remain unanswered. Some finds indicate that the stones and structures in the valley may be of non-local origin and were brought from afar. So basically it is known that the stones from which the mounds were built did not come from these places. And who brought them and from where, it is unknown. But why were the stones for construction brought from distant places and not those that are literally at hand? There's an interesting hypothesis in this regard. The stones were selected according to their magnetic properties. The most powerful ones were placed at the top of a stone pyramid. Apparently, the local stones do not have the proper magnetic qualities, so they were transported from afar. To the west of the mounds is a row of stones in the shape of a large crescent. There are different opinions on the purpose of this semicircle. Perhaps this is due to the ritual of burial of warriors, but there is also a hypothesis that the stones were installed around the 2nd and 3rd millennium before Common Era and that they were an ancient lunar observatory. Strong magnetic radiation is emitted from the center of each circle again. This fact was recorded by scientists of the Novosibirsk Akademgorodok during their research. It was noticed that from time to time the magnetic field here varies greatly, and altitude of oscillation is 10 times higher than the amplitude of magnetic storms. About 700 people live in the valley in 3 villages, all of them ethnic Altaians. The locals still preserve the traditional Altaic way of life. They represent nature. They do not climb mountains, which they consider sacred, and do not go to the river for water after dusk. There is another interesting feature in the Karakol Valley, although it rather belongs to the recent past. There is still a ban on the sale and manufacture of alcoholic beverages in that area. It was established in 1985. Let's now look at the Tarhatinsky megalithic complex. The Tarhatinsky megalithic complex, also known as Altai Stonehenge, is a rather mysterious landmark of the Altai Republic. This megalithic complex is located in a remote and inaccessible area, which makes it even more mysterious and attractive for researchers and those who really like archaeology. That Altai Stonehenge is a group of huge stone blocks arranged in a certain order over a large area. The stones vary in size and shape, but they're all set in such a way that they give the impression of a single architectural ensemble. The complex resembles the famous Stonehenge in England, which earned it the nickname Altai Stonehenge. Scientists and archaeologists are still arguing about the origin and purpose of this megalithic complex. Some believe that it was created by ancient civilizations for astronomical observations and ritual purposes. Others suggest that the complex could serve as a kind of calendar or even be used as an ancient observatory. Studies have shown that individual stones produced in 1996 have a different magnetization from the rest of the structure. One of the main features of the Tarhatinsky megalithic complex is the numerous anomalous phenomena that are observed in this area. Locals and researchers talk about the strange light effects, sounds, and energy surges that occur at night. Some claim that stones can change their position and shape, although there is no scientific evidence from this yet. Now let's look at the Ukok Plateau. That Ukok Plateau, located in the Altai Mountains, is considered by some to be one of the most mysterious places on the planet. This inaccessible plateau, surrounded by high mountains, is famous for its unique landscapes and, again, archaeological finds. And it does, of course, attract the attention of scientists and just those who like mysteries worldwide. The Ukok Plateau is known for its harsh climatic conditions. Winter lasts 8 to 9 months there, and spring comes only by June. The weather on the plateau is extremely changeable and can change dramatically within a few hours. Snowfall is not uncommon in that area in the summer, which makes that place even more unique and unpredictable. One of the main features of the Ukok Plateau is the numerous archaeological finds attesting to the ancient civilizations that once dwelled or inhabited there. Unique artifacts, including rock carvings, stone figures, and mummies, have been found in the mounds scattered throughout the plateau. There is really a lot. Ukok Plateau is also known for its anomalous phenomena, which attract the attention of those who like to research it, and there have been interesting testimonies. Now, locals do believe that that place is located, and it's sacred and inhabited by mountain spirits. According to their beliefs, the Ukok Plateau is located at the very beginning of the vault of heaven, and that is why various mystical events take place there. Some researchers suggest that the Ukok Plateau may be associated with the mystical country of Shambhala, which was sought by the famous artist and traveler Nikolai Konstantinovich Rerik. And when you look for Shambhala through my channel videos, you will find out about this very unusual expedition. and what they had encountered. Several independent expeditions tried to find an entrance to Shambhala, but they were all stopped by a sudden change in the weather and other anomalous phenomena. Espionage too. There was the big game was being played there between the British Empire and the Russians before, the Russian Empire before, and then the Soviets. Local tells several legends about the Ukok Plateau. It is believed that you cannot shout on that land because it could offend spirits and it could lead to misfortune. People who visit need to be very considerate there. The Ukok Plateau is shrouded in an aura of inviolability and sanctity, and many believe that the presence of ancient forces can be felt there in that land. Since the early 1990s, scientists and public figures of Altai, including doctors of philosophy, Professors Shishin and Ivanov, as well as Doctor of Geography, Professor Rutskoy, and others, began work to justify the inclusion of some territories of the Altai in the UNESCO World Heritage List. In 1998, the Golden Mountains of Altai project received UNESCO support. A significant part of the Ukok Plateau territory was also included in the list of this international program. Now about UFOs. The first mentions of UFO sightings in the Altai Republic date back to Soviet times. I dare say even before, but we're talking about written testimony. Locals and shepherds often reported strange glowing objects in the sky that could not be identified as known aircraft. These stories were passed from mouth to mouth, overgrown with new details and legends. In recent decades, the number of reported UFO sightings has increased. Locals and tourists continue to observe strange phenomena in the sky. The most frequently mentioned are glowing spheres or balls that suddenly appear and disappear, changing color and shape. There are hypotheses explaining the nature of this phenomena. Some researchers believe that this may be meteorological phenomena, such as the northern lights or meteor showers. Others believe that this is evidence of the activity of extraterrestrial civilizations. The locals treat this phenomena with special awe and reverence. Many people believe that the mountains and valleys of Altai are sacred places where spirits and other mystical creatures can dwell. UFO encounters are perceived as signs from above or manifestation of ancient forces. Despite numerous testimonies and stories, the scientific community treats this phenomena with caution. Some scientists believe that most observations can be explained by natural phenomena or optical illusions. Nevertheless, interest in these events continues to grow, and apparently more expeditions are sent to the Altai Republic to explore. We'll see concrete information about any such expeditions, and I'll bring it forth to you. Now, about the Bigfoot. The abominable snowman, or Almis, as it is called in Altai, is one of the most mysterious and talked about topics in the region. Legends about the existence of this mythical creature are passed down from generation to generation, and eyewitness accounts continue to appear today. Here are some accounts, and I have much more about cryptozoology and such beings as Almis and others in my videos you can find about Russian cryptozoology. But here's something today. Andrei Stepanov and the encounter in the Beluga area. In 2006, a scientific expedition was organized to Ust-Koksinsky district to search for Almis after the discovery in 2003. One of the eyewitnesses was Andrei Stepanov, a resident of a remote Altai village. He told how he came face to face with a strange humanoid creature covered with thick brown fur. A human face, it's all overgrown, he's exactly 2 meters tall, recalls Andrei. According to him, everything happened so fast that he didn't have time to be scared. His self-preservation instinct kicked in, and he ran away, and he locked himself in a house for several hours. Another one, Sergei Semyonov and the footprints at the Sofia Glacier. This was mountain climber Sergei Semyonov. He said how while climbing the Yuzhno-Chuyski Ridge, his dog started barking and ran away. Following the dog, Sergei discovered huge footprints of a large animal. Judging by the depth of the tracks, it weighed at least 100 kilograms and walked on two legs. The dog apparently scared off the creature and it disappeared. Another one, Wojciech Grzelak and the night encounter. Polish journalist and traveler Wojciech Grzelak in the Ust-Koksinsky district of the Altai Republic captured an unexpected nocturnal encounter with a huge hairy animal near his tent. The camera flash startled the creature and it ran away. Then there was Alexei Shmakov and the so-called bear man. Russian huntsman Alexei Shmakov from the village of Ayula says that the locals have long been passing on legends about a mysterious upright beast called the bear man. Alexei claims that he has encountered individuals in the taiga wilds and studied their habits. He's got a mind like a human, you know. He has a human mind, according to Alexei. So what are the habitats of the abominable snowmen? Ulagan, Koshagach, and Ongudai districts. Alexander Marinin, head of the Department of Physical Geography of the Gorno-Altaysk State University, claims that in these areas the residents most often encounter almis. Old-timers describe Bigfoot in the same way, taller than 2 meters with strong muscles and a wide chest, covered with thick brownish yellow fur. Also, Katuni district, the military station there, has noticed in this area almis. The creature, according to their descriptions, was very timid and hid in the mountains at the slightest danger. North Chuyski Ridge. During the descent from the Kurkurek mountain, climber Sergei Semyonov literally stumbled over the foot of an unknown creature sticking out of the snow. So far, no one has been able to catch a live one or find the remains of an abominable snowman. And Ukok Plateau. Locals talk about the mysterious inhabitants of the taiga, boreal forest, who sometimes appear in the vicinity of the plateau. They claim that these creatures have intelligence and developed intuition, which makes them even more mysterious and interesting for paranormal researchers. That's Altai for you. This is just some of its very interesting and quite unusual phenomena. And there are more videos in my channel about that part of Russia, and of course other parts of Russia that few ever hear about in the West or know the events that take place there and observations. And if you like my research, please support. You'll find links in description to this video. Please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.